You can try one.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a second and 5.
Gone!
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 now.
Over!
To throw on second down. Simpson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold. Hold on, third down. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Simpson. He's going to fire one deep over. He's got him in. Complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 32 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
4 down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Leopard! Over!
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said,
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. He got it stripped, but you can see the panic in his face from up here through the helmet. He was able to dive back on it.
a good bit of fortune for him, because oftentimes on a strip sack, when that ball is wrenched out of your grasp, it can go in any different direction. It can go way away from you. In this case, it didn't matter. He was able to get on it.
And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Flushed out right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On 1st down, Simpson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hat. Over.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on second down. Simpson. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there.
Detroit!
Looking to throw. Simpson. It's complete to Graham. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Operating from the gun. Simpson to Mixon on the check down. Powers over it.
Just fed in his pads, didn't he?
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Here's Muhammad. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are in for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness. You've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Throwing is Wilson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Throwing on first down. Simpson steps away to his left. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
To throw on second down. Simpson. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. They'll go with the keeper. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. It's their quarterback scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And they wasted no time right down near the goal line, and they just sneak it in.
Just do what you need to do. Big guys going up front. Have the field general, the leader, just fall in behind them.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And the lead now stands at 13. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Now Wilson on second down. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd down, Wilson escaping the pressure right. And incomplete here on 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
This is brought in at the 21. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. And out now, here come the Bengals. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Robert Kimdichie, the one to bring him down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Simpson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot. Gun.
On 1st and 10, Simpson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Simpson. Forced out to his left. Now bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Leopard! Gun! Hot! Mike 51! Over!
Looking to throw. Simpson. Flush to his right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. It's caught at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So now, following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10.
Watch him now, Barney!
They'll give it to Mixon. And now running right through it. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
319!
To throw on second down. Simpson. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Robert Kimdichie. Busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Now the Bengals on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And that is no good. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On second down, Wilson. Spins by. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
We'll play time, guys. Let's go.
second down. Here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Carl Lawson in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the shotgun, Wilson. And able to find Kirk complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So line of scrimmage still to 39 on second and 10. On second down, here's Fournette. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw on third down, Wilson. He's going to air one out. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And now look at him go. 20. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Oh, a design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. Throwing on third and long. Simpson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's 3 yards. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10. They'll toss it to Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Come on, let's go.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Wilson now looking to throw on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And it's third down.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Wilson to throw on third down. Dancing to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Bengals have recovered it.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball. And we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Following the fumble recovery, Simpson eluding the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Watch him now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a solid run down inside the 30. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up fourth.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on third down, maybe said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. Back now in Cincinnati, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, a 360. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? A gain of 32 that time. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Tempo.
Here's Wilson to throw on second down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Being chased out left. Well, the pressure gets to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Check 51.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is going to be incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe... you've taught me this before. Maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Off play action. Simpson shakes off the side. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Now the Bengals on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Watch him now, Barney.
Back to throw. Simpson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Leopard! No, check, Patriot!
On first down, Simpson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.
Back 99 Philly, here we go! Detroit!
From the gun, Simpson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Now the Bengals on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and a mile. Operating from the gun, Simpson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Now they'll run it on the toss. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now Walton. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. And Lambo will put this one through, and that will stretch the lead to 3 scores now at 19-0. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Steps away. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 42. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. They had the extra week of rest. That was a factor. I think this home crowd was certainly a factor as well. So this is step 1 done. Now they need to win next week if they want to get to the Super Bowl.
I like those 2 factors that you brought up. The extra week, getting the open week by being the number 2 seed, a terrific home crowd for them. coupled with really good play. That allows them now to keep their Super Bowl dream alive. One more on their way to the Super Bowl.
And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.